Gang, 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Is the administration considering any new legislative policies or executive actions to stave off what some are saying could be a possible coming recession?
Well, first of all, I don't see a recession at all.
Oh, yes, Larry Kudlow doesn't see a recession at all. And if you remember, it was Larry Kudlow who said there was no housing crisis. He didn't see a housing crisis either. I mean, just unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Here he is in 2007.
Today, another optimistic economic sign, this time coming from the housing sector. Please check this out. We're going to begin with housing starts. We're running strong, so don't talk to me about bubbles.
Yeah, right. Don't talk about bubbles. We had one of the biggest bubbles ever. And the bubble was created, remember, after the dot-com crash and after 9/11, Baby Bush had to create a bubble. He had to get reelected. That's what they do. These are bubble makers. These bubbles are created, and they're also created to pop. And they start popping when all of that debt, all of that money that's given to consumers just go out and spend, go refinance your house, get more credit, buy more cars, buy more stuff. At some point, that has to be paid back. In 2008, it had to be paid back. Just like the dot-coms had to be paid back. And when the dot-com, they couldn't pay all that money back, it crashed. So, then 9/11 came. What was Baby Bush going to do? He had to hurry up and build another bubble, and that was the housing bubble. And then when everybody tried, they couldn't pay their housing debt. They couldn't pay their mortgages. Remember, they could select their own payments and all that stuff. I mean, the economy was booming. Remember, Baby Bush said, go take money out of your house. Use your house as an ATM machine. Pull out $850 billion. Go spend it, because all he cared about, he needed to get reelected. If you spent the $850 billion, that means the GDP would go up. You can say, look at the GDP, look at the economy growing. That's all because of me. But he broke you. And then what happened? It blew up. Then Obama comes in. He said, I better create another bubble because I got to get reelected. And he created the QE bubble, and that's where we are today. Nothing's changed. But here's what's really interesting. To say there's no recession, and the real scary thing, he has convinced, because remember, he is the president's right-hand economic advisor. Can you imagine? He has convinced the president there's no recession?
I don't think we're having a recession. We're doing tremendously well. Our consumers are rich. I gave a tremendous tax cut, and they're loaded up with money.
Wow. They're rich. Now, where's he getting that from? Where do you think? He gets it from Kudlow. Rich. 50% of the American workforce are making less than $30,000 a year. 78% of our workforce, paycheck to paycheck. That's how they live. Since 2008, 46% of all new income has gone to the 1 percentile. That's because of stock buybacks. Okay, your check, we know it's larger than it was in the 70s, but the purchasing power of that money is the same. You haven't gained since the 70s. I mean, what are they talking about? No recession. Credit card debt hit a new record high, $1 trillion. It's increasing $5 billion a quarter, and we're having historic delinquencies. Historic delinquencies like never before. Matter of fact, credit card rates have gone up 49% in 5 years. People can't pay it. Student debt hit a record $1.7 trillion. It's increasing at a rate of $30 billion a quarter. Historic delinquencies. Auto debt, new record high, $1.2 trillion. Increase of $8 billion a quarter. Historic delinquencies. So if you just take credit cards, student loans, auto debt, that's $4 trillion. Add on another $9 trillion of mortgages, you got nothing but debt slaves. Are you kidding me? Bankruptcies are increasing the first time in 5 years. 40% of American families can't raise even $500 for an emergency. 26% are struggling to put food on their table. 42% of working Americans say they can't afford a vacation this year. So how could they come out and say that there's no recession when people are struggling? They're really struggling. Yes, there's some people that are doing very, very well. There's no question about it. But that's a very small percentage of people. I mean, you can't have 50% of 145 million workforce making $30,000 a year and say the economy is doing well. 50% of the people who work in this country make $30,000 a year. Did you ever try to live on $30,000 a year? What are you, nuts? 50%. Why? Because in the last 10 years, we're not creating good jobs. Because in the last 10 years, for the rich to get richer, what are they doing? They're doing all stock buybacks. Instead of taking that capital, their profits, and be able to borrow money near zero interest or lower interest rates and put it back in their company to increase productivity so that the worker can get a wage increase, instead they outsource. They outsource that person. And the people and the CEOs take the money and buy their own stocks back. And then remember, we get this garbage today. It's another thing.
Let's get right to Ashley because the target numbers are out.
Overall, pretty good report, Maria.
Sure is. On top of another good report from Lowe's, what does this tell you about investing and the broader stock market?
It tells me that the consumer is very healthy.
So Target comes out, and by the way, we own Target. I'm sorry, we own Lowe's, same thing. We own Lowe's. And Lowe's came out, same thing. Lowe's came out, it rallied big time today, and Target rallied big time today. We own Lowe's. But here's what's going on. They're not rallying because of earnings. In other words, they're making it sound like, wow, these earnings are terrific. But where are these earnings coming from? They're manipulated. Take Target, for example. If you go back to 2018, the company made $2.4 billion. The stock rallied 16%. Now, in 2015, they made the same $2.4 billion as they did in 2018, yet their stock goes up. Let's think about this. They didn't make any more money in 2018 than they did in 2015, but their stock goes up 16%. Why? Stock buybacks. And here's what's going on between 2018 and 2019. They're not doing well because they are on a program of opening so many stores, I mean, just nonstop new stores opening all over the country, that their same-store sale profits are tanking. So they got all these stores going up, but new profit is not being generated by these new stores. Just the opposite. But here's how they mask that they're making little profit with stock buybacks. All they have to do is go out and buy back their own shares. And when they buy back their own shares, that means there's less shares available. So if you have 1 million shares and you buy back 500,000, you only got 500,000 left. So you take your earnings and you spread it over less shares, 500,000, instead of spreading over 1 million. That means your earnings go up. It's all fake. So she's telling you how Target's doing great, Lowe's doing great, when it's not. When you look at the numbers, remember what these companies are doing. These corporations are doing $350 million a quarter stock buybacks to create an illusion. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
We're speaking with Jared Douglas. He's a licensed mortgage loan originator, and his company's called Cash Call Mortgage. Let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Jared, I want to thank you. The service you gave us was incredible. Why don't you explain a little bit when you say how you specialize in alternative products for self-employed applicants?
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me on. So what we specialize in is an alternative product for applicants who are self-employed. We have a product for applicants that are, have a lot of assets but no documentable income, and then we have another version for, real estate investors. So there's three versions of our alternative approach or alternative product that helps people with, outside-the-box scenarios get financing.
Again, let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
We're speaking with Jared Douglas. He's a licensed mortgage loan originator, and his company's called Cash Call Mortgage. Let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Jared, I want to thank you. The service you gave us was incredible. Why don't you explain a little bit when you say how you specialize in alternative products for self-employed applicants?
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me on. So what we specialize in is an alternative product for applicants who are self-employed. We have a product for applicants that are, have a lot of assets but no documentable income, and then we have another version for, real estate investors. So there's three versions of our alternative approach or alternative product that helps people with, outside-the-box scenarios get financing.
Again, let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, join my gang. It's $39.95. And you're not going to care whether the market's up or the market's down, because we are always positioned. We're always positioned perfectly. We make sure you are. I mean, we make sure every gang member, okay, that he doesn't have to worry, because we always have a strategy. We have a strategy. And we'll prove it. Just prove it to you. You join the gang for 30 days for $39.95. Why don't you? Then you take our member portfolio, and then you decide which one you want to follow. We have, for example, AT&T, Caterpillar, Schlumberger, Goldman Sachs, Intel. 5 stocks right there. We've been in for over, 3 years now. Doing wonderful. And what you do is when you first join, if you join today for $39.95, then what you do at 2 o'clock or when you get home at night, if you're working, you just go to my site and then you take a look at the posting. You go to Working Investors as a video, and it identifies what to do with each one of these stocks. Like example, our gold stock, AU.
Looking at our metals, AU can take out yesterday's high, then you could start adding to AU.
So what he's doing, so when you hear that, what you're seeing in the video, he's got my chart up, my color-coded chart that I designed, the algorithms, and it identifies if it's red, money's coming out by the big institutions. If it's green, money's going in. It's real simple. So you decide, okay, I want to follow Schlumberger. So if you follow Schlumberger with us, we're up 21% since August 1st. Because what do we do with Schlumberger? We shorted it. But you're in a 401k. You're not allowed to short anything. Isn't that stupid? That's pretty stupid. Now, remember, this whole game of quantitative easing started in December of 2008. It was a game. It was illegal. Quantitative easing, stock buybacks. QE is a confidence game. That's why it was illegal. They first have to go and print all this money, and this is what Trump wants to do again. He wants to get back to zero rates because he knows he's dead. He cannot win a second term if all of a sudden this market collapses, the economy collapses before he wins the second round. So he's got to do something quick. So he's thinking, okay, I'm going to do what Baby Bush did. I'm going to do what Obama did. It'll work for them. It'll work for me. But times are different now. When Baby Bush became president and 9/11 hit, and then he also, remember, took over just as dot-coms were crashing, his timing was perfect to do a housing bubble. That's what got him he got reelected. He could give massive credit to people to go buy houses, even if you didn't have any money, even if you had lousy credit. If you were subprime, they gave you a mortgage. Remember all that? Well, that's called credit, massive credit program. So the gig is give everybody money so they can go buy a house and they'll think they're rich. It's called the wealth effect. That's why it's a con job. It's a confidence game to make you feel wealthy when you're not. When you look at your debt I mean, when I sit here and I tell you, and I look at the debt, I look at the housing, I look at the credit card debt. If you got credit card debt of $1 trillion, for heaven's sakes, it's increasing $5 billion every quarter. That means they're still allowing people to get more credit cards, even though they're up to their neck. But why do they do that? Because they want you to go out and spend so they can say the economy's growing. But they don't give a damn that you got credit up to your neck and you're a debt slave. So that's credit cards alone, $1 trillion, and we now have the historic delinquencies. Historic delinquencies. Then at the same time, if you got a student loan, I mean, just take student loans, for God's sakes. Hit a record $1.7 trillion student debt. It's going up $30 billion a quarter. Historic delinquencies. Auto debt, $1.2 trillion, up $8 billion every quarter. Increase. Why? Why can you increase auto debt $8 billion? Why can you increase student loan debt $30 billion and credit card debt $5 billion every quarter? Because that's our owners who own the Federal Reserve, called the banking cartel. They create that for you. They want you to go spend. Because by you spending, you think the economy's doing well. Because you look at the stock market going up. So the idea is, the con job is to keep interest rates low so they can make money in the stock market. Because they borrow money at these low, ridiculous rates. And as the stock market keeps going up, we got to make you feel good. So we'll make sure you buy a car, go student loan, get a dog, get a motorcycle, whatever you want. Go buy. We'll have the credit for you. But at some point, you got to pay it back. And right now, we're getting closer to that point. How do you know when you're getting close to that point? Every crash happens the same way. You get a warning. There's 4 of them. The biggest part of the warning is the treasuries. When the treasury yields start to flatten and then start inverting, when you first start flattening, you can start seeing, hey, wait a minute, I'm starting to get more money on 3-month treasury than I am a 10-year treasury. Gee, look at this. They're increasing how much I get on 3 months compared to, boy, look, they're increasing the 3 months again. Let me look at the 10-year. Oh, that's not increasing at all. That's called flattening. Then at some point, the 3-month is more interest than the 10-year. That's called the inversion. Now, they tell us that there's not going to be a recession. We've had 47 inversions, and every one of them gave us a recession. But Carlos telling us no.
Is the administration considering any new legislative policies or executive actions to stave off what some are saying could be a possible coming recession?
Well, first of all, I don't see a recession.
Do you believe it? He talked the president into that. He doesn't. Now he's saying there's no recession. How can you go against history? But see, here at Phil's Gang, we're going to be prepared. And we want you to be prepared. At the same time, you'll be helping St. Jude. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
If you're going to make money in the market, you got to make money when the market goes back down. When these stocks start dropping, that's the key to investing. You're never going to make money if all you're depending on is stocks going up. Give you an example. Schlumberger. This is one of our 5 stocks. And Schlumberger, we have a 20% return right now because my members, if you were my member, you would have been short. You would have been short. Every afternoon at 2 o'clock, you go to my site. It says Working Investor Group, and we tell you exactly what to do with that stock. And same of the other stocks. You don't have to know anything about the company. All you do is at 2 o'clock, you go and find out what we're doing. Nobody else does that.
For more information, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these 2 committees, their job was to protect protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, you think about what's going on. It's crazy. It's really crazy. The president, and remember, he's being fed by Kudlow. Kudlow's telling him what to do. So Trump starts ripping the Federal Reserve. Now, why does he rip the Federal Reserve? Because he gets the information from Larry Kudlow, he gets the information from Steve Moore, and he gets the information from Laffer, the three dopes. They would not know a good economy if they tripped over it. Their whole thing being Wall Street guys since 2008 Keep conning people. That's what QE is. It was illegal. QE is a confidence game. As long as they can keep interest rates low and keep driving the stock market higher, where the very wealthy, where 80% of their income comes from the stock market, and it keeps driving that market higher and higher, they've convinced you that the stock market identifies or reflects the health of the economy. I tell you that every day. It doesn't. So listen to what Trump says.
The Fed would do its job, which it's really done very poorly over the last year and a half. If they would do their job properly, and if they would do a meaningful cut because they raised too fast, you would see growth like you've not seen ever in this country.
So Kudlow's telling him that. Moore's telling him that. Remember, I support this president. He's got to get rid of Kudlow and Steve Moore. They got to go. And Laffer, he's got to go. These are all holdovers from Reagan, for God's sakes. Give me a break. So he's saying that if you would only cut rates, the economy would explode. No, it didn't explode. When we cut rates in 2009 to zero, the economy didn't grow. Remember, Obama was the only president that could not grow the economy 3%. He's the only one in history. So listen to what Kudlow tells him and what he's repeating back to us, the president.
The Fed would do its job, which it's really done very poorly over the last year and a half. If they would do their job properly, and if they would do a meaningful cut because they raised too fast, you would see growth like you've not seen ever in this country.
You'd see growth like you'd never seen in this country. That's not true. But he's been convinced of that by these three morons. Because how come when it was at zero, we saw no growth? Remember, we didn't see any growth for 8 years under Obama with zero rates. What did we see grow? We saw the stock market grow. The stock market went up over 300%. People say, well, isn't the stock market the economy? Well, that's what they want you to believe. That's called masking. That's called masking. They do that every day. Unbelievable. Now, when earnings start coming out, they lie about earnings. Maria Bartiromo.
Let's get right to Ashley because the target numbers are out.
Overall, pretty good report, Maria.
Sure is. On top of another good report from Lowe's, what does this tell you about investing and the broader stock market?
It's telling me that the consumer is very healthy.
No, it's not the consumer that's driving the stock price. Let's go back to our stock, Target. Our members own Target. We don't listen to any of this stuff. When we see the money go in, we buy Target. When we see the money go out, we sell Target short. That's what we do around here. We've been doing this for over 20 years. That's what we do. Phil's Gang was formed over 20 years ago. So let's take Target. So Target, remember, in 2015, to 2015, they were making $2.4 billion a year. 2016, 2017, 2018, they weren't growing, but their stock shot up. Their stock kept going up 16% in 1 year. Well, how could the stock go up if their earnings aren't going up? Because their earnings aren't going up because their stores, they're opening too many stores, and because the economy is not good for all people. Hey, I'm not telling you some people don't have a fantastic life. I'm not saying that at all. Of course they do. Those are the people at the top tier making all the money. They're doing well. These guys you see on CNBC and Fox and all these shows, they're doing fantastic. The guy, what's his name at night there, the comedian, he says he wants a recession. Bill Maher, guy's making $30 million a year. He doesn't care there's a recession. So, but let's get back on Target here. So Target has been going up. The stock price has been going up. And so what do? We make money on Target because we're following, as money goes in, we are following that stock up. We don't buy it because of what we hear from Bartiromo or one of her flunkies. Are you nuts? You'd go broke listening to them because they're lying to you. So Target was not making money, but the stock goes up 16%. Now let's think about this. Since the rally began in March 2009, the S&P has going up 350%. October 2018, the market dropped 20%. Why? Because people were worried. They saw the inversion of the yield curves. They saw the yield curves flattening, which means everything is slowing. There's no confidence. So the big boys aren't putting money in the market. So the market October dropped 20%. They're worried also about rising interest rates and also corporate growth. Their profits were shrinking. So the S&P rallied up 20%, and then she dropped, and then they get it to rally again. How they get it to rally? It's all rigged to rally. It's all stock buybacks. So Target's going up because of stock buybacks. The market goes up because of stock buybacks. The first week of January, think about this. We're being told the market, the economy is a rocket ship. But here's what they didn't mention from the first week of January of this year. Think from first week of January 2019 to where we are August. We're being told it's a rocket ship. The economy is a rocket ship. They didn't mention every week since January 1st to today, money is flowing out of the stock market, is flowing out of mutual funds, it's flowing out of exchange-traded funds. That's right. The first week in January, $15 billion every week is going out. Out, not in. So how do they mask this so you don't see it? How do they keep the stock market up so you don't realize it? Easy. What they do is the companies start buying their own shares, doing stock buybacks of $350 million a month. So in 2019, while we're seeing all this money every week going out of the stock market, they plug that hole by doing $350 million a quarter of stock buybacks. That way the stock doesn't come down and they can tell you the economy's fantastic. And then Target and the rest of these companies goes up, it's all stock buybacks. Cisco spent about $20 billion on buybacks just in 2018. They're going to spend another $24 billion in 2019. Their stock would not be going up. It's all stock buybacks. And when a company buys those stocks back, remember what happened. Their shares are cut down. And so they're spreading their numbers over fewer shares, which pushes up the earnings that she's talking about. So when Maria Broman says, boy, the earnings are really good. No, they're not. They're able to move their earnings up because of stock buybacks. They're cutting the number of earnings back. And when you spread your profits over less shares, rather, if you spread over less share your profits, the earnings push up, and it pushes up your stock. And then what do they tell us? Boy, everything's wonderful. But listen to this.
You know, if you look at the second quarter earnings reports, basically 2 percentage points of the 4 percentage points of operating earnings growth that we're seeing on a year-over-year basis are coming from buybacks.
There you go. So all these wonderful earnings that they're talking about, most or half is cheating. It's all, if it wasn't for stock buybacks, the stocks wouldn't be going up.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Tell you every time I'm on the air, join my gang. Try it. Try it for 30 days. AT&T, we got a 3% profit so far in May. Our Goldman Sachs are up 6%. Our Intel, we have a profit of 16% shorting it. Caterpillar, we're up 11% shorting it. And Schlumberger, we're up 18% because we shorted it. That's how you make money in this game.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
We're speaking with Jared Douglas. He's a licensed mortgage loan originator, and his company's called Cash Call Mortgage. Let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Jared, I want to thank you. The service you gave us was incredible. Why don't you explain a little bit when you say how you specialize in alternative products for self-employed applicants?
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me on. So what we specialize in is an alternative product for applicants who are self-employed. We have a product for applicants that are, have a lot of assets but no documentable income, and then we have another version for, real estate investors. So there's three versions of our alternative approach or alternative product that helps people with, outside the box scenarios get financing.
Again, let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Philsgang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Philsgang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
877-600-GANG. Join my gang. There's two programs. One for if you want to be an aggressive investor, then you come to our classes every day. We have a whole program to teach you how to be an aggressive investor. If you don't, or you just don't want to learn, you don't have time, then why don't you just be a working investor? That means you follow our every day, our member portfolio. Give you an example. We have Dust, okay, D-U-S-T. And Dust right now, we're up 20%. And Dust, we're up 20%. We took 68% in the first part of the year in our profits. Now we're going back into Dust, but Dust we were up 68%. Unbelievable, because we're shorting it. But anyways, listen to this here. This is amazing. We have, remember Varney? He says this the other day. He said the economy, let me see.
The economy is booming. This is not an opinion, it is fact.
All right, first of all, the economy's not booming because we can't hit 3%. We haven't hit 3% in the last 10 years, annually. Unbelievable. Wages are the same as the 70s. Yes, your paycheck is bigger, but adjusted for inflation, you're not making any more different. But then listen to this.
Yes, a very solid rally. As we said, money is flowing into America all over again.
Okay,
Yes,
totally a lie. That's not what's going on. The market is rallying because they're looking at two stocks, especially Target. It's going up because of stock buybacks. Stock buybacks. Okay, that's the only reason why it's going up, because they're buying their own shares. Now, he says money is flowing in. Well, that's a bad thing. But he's not telling you money is flowing into the bond market. You have all these pensions and everyone else over there in Europe, they're facing negative rates. Negative rates where you have to pay the bank to keep your money in the bank. You got to pay a bank to keep your money there safe. You pay them. That's negative rates. And that's very bad. That means the economy's not doing well, obviously. So what he's lying about, he's saying, trying to convince you the market is going up today. It's up about 237 points because he's saying the economy's good. No, the market's going up because the big institutions are buying, the own Target. Target is buying their own shares today. That's why it's going up. And the other retail stocks, they're going up because they're buying their own shares. When that money is coming into the market, it's not into the market. There's no money coming in the market. It's absent of money other than stock buybacks. The money is going into the bond market. Every time these Europeans come over here, because negative rates in Europe means there's no growth at all, so they're coming over here, parking their money, okay, in our bond market for safety. But that means the yields go down further. And when the yields go down further, that again sends a message that there's no faith in the economy's growth. That means CEOs are not going to take any profits and buy new machinery or equipment to increase productivity so your wages on Main Street go up. No, instead they're going to take money and they're going to buy their own shares. So that's a perfect example of a lie. Oh, money is flowing into this country because the market's going up. Because money is flowing in. No, it's not flowing into the stock market. It's flowing into the bond market. And the bond market's the yields are going down. That means the dollar's going down. Remember, your interest rates, when your bond yields go down, when people buy bonds, the yield or interest drops. The dollar always follows, they go in the same direction. So what you buy is gold. You buy gold mining stocks. Now, yes, the stock market will go up when rates are down, when yields are down, when interest rates, when you have a dollar that's dropping because people are buying bonds. So people buy bonds, the yield goes down, their interest rates go down, the dollar goes down. When the dollar goes down, the stock market will go up. But remember, you can't depend on that because when the dollar is down, it also means the economy is bad. Weak dollar, weak economy. Strong dollar, strong economy. That's why you get these days where the market's up 800, then back down 200, back up 300, back down 400. The reason you get that is because the dollar is down, which will push at times, but not all the time, will push the stock market up. But people then start thinking, well, gee, every time the dollar goes down, I'll just buy stocks. That's the worst thing you can do. You don't want to get caught with that. Because one time you're going to go in because you see the market going up because the dollar's down, and you're going to get caught. But that's why you join my gang, so you don't get caught, because that's what we do. We manage it. We have a strategy. We'll put our people in gold, and that's what we did. Or we'll put people in oil, because that's where, if the dollar's down, that's where you want to be, because you're not going to get one day up 800, one day down 300, one day back up 200, one day back down 300. If you're buying stocks because the dollar's down, that's what you get, that volatility. So we take and we tell our gang, well, let's do this. Let's buy gold and let's buy oil. And that's what we're doing. Right now, there's some oil stocks we're working with. We're doing terrific with. These are stocks that are on sale, like RIG, for example. That's one of our stocks. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's only RIG is right now just $4.15. We're already up 11%. So with the dollar being down, I'm going to put my members into rig. I'm not going to have you just buy generally the stock market. I want you to be in gold. So we always have a strategy, is my point. If you listen to these people, you're going to go out of your mind. You're going to go out of your mind. Here, again, listen to this.
Jim in Illinois, Jim. Ticker symbol BGS. When they announced earnings on August 1st, they beat on both top and bottom line, also raised full-year expectations. Yet stock is down 35%.
Yeah, people, I have to tell you, I am very concerned. I think
you're really concerned. You recommended it. But if you're with me, look at this. If you have a mobile device, go to my site, philsgang.com with a mobile device, and take a look. Look when it went from green to red. It turned red on May 6th. So my members who owned the stock have been shorting it because they knew it was going to go down. Kramer was telling them to buy it. Oh, because he knows very well the CEO of the company. What are you, nuts? Because he knows the CEO of the company? That's why you're going to listen to him and buy it? So here, look, it's totally red. And this was an opportunity that we would sell short. But at 2 in the afternoon, you just go to the video, or at night when you get home, it tells you exactly what to do, just like dust today.
Dust, we're still waiting for the new low. It's starting to come around. Once you're daily, and you can see how that's rolled down under here, you're going to see in the next couple of days this will start to push down, and we'll make a new low here.
So you're seeing Steve, you're seeing the chart, and he's telling you exactly what to do. You can't go wrong. How can you make a mistake? I mean, it just drives me nuts when I hear all this stuff. It just drives me crazy. Here's what really drives me crazy.
Just like in my generation, when I got out of school, that when Bobby Kennedy and Dr. King had been assassinated in the 70s, late 70s, when I got engaged.
Late 70s, it was the 60s. It was the 60s, not this. This guy's nuts. Listen to this.
We've seen paycheck growth decline from a 4% rate in January to 2.6% as of July. And that's a lot of the reason that we saw credit card spending hit a 15-month high, which was a huge support for that strong retail sales figure that came in.
Right. So the only thing that's supporting retail sales when these jibber-jabbers come out and say, look how strong the consumers, look at these retail sales, they're going up. But they don't tell you how they're masking it. You got people that are delinquent for the first time in history on credit cards. But because they have a credit card, they go in and they buy clothing or whatever, and they get the report on CNBC, oh, retail is up. They tell you, oh, the consumer is strong. No, say this. The retail stocks are up. We're going to get ready to short them. We're going to take our profits. We're going to watch because these people are using their credit cards. They have $15 trillion household debt. They're screwed. So we'll be in a position to take advantage of it. Join now. Phil's Gang, 877-600-GANG. We have fun as well.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.